Smart Money Nation, what's going on with y'all? How y'all doing today? I'm back with another video. We're still on the Independent Courier segment. All right, so we're going to talk about today the top things that you need to ask when joining a company as an independent contractor. So before you start the actual position, what do you need to ask these people before you start? Okay, before we get started on that, as always, if you're not a part of the Smart Money Nation, make sure you hit the red subscribe button. Join us on the Smart Money Nation. If you like my videos, make sure you're hitting that thumbs up button, hit that like button, so we are growing. All right, the algorithms, you gotta do something with them. And share it with somebody that you value if you find it valuable. I'll catch you guys on the document. Hey. Hey. Alright, so in the previous video we talked about how to make over $100 a day as an independent courier with just a small vehicle, and how to find these independent contract positions as a courier, right? So today in this one, we're going to actually go into when you're speaking with these companies, what do you need to ask them? What kind of details would you want to know and should you know before moving forward? A lot of the times what happens is that you'll see ads like this for a courier position that doesn't give too much details. This one actually gives a lot more details than the average one. I'll go back and show you guys a few that are typical. This one, let's just look at the details this one gives, right? So it's telling you now hiring for part-time route picking up in Northern Virginia, okay? Delivering through the Washington, D.C. area. Car routes pay $100 to $125 per route, 20 to 25 boxes, which takes about 2 hours to complete, okay? SUV routes pay a little more. They pay $25 more and have about 10 more boxes, roughly about 10 more boxes, which take about 3 hours to complete. Van routes, this is if you have a cargo van, would pay about 150 to 300, takes about 4 to 6 hours to complete. That doesn't say how many boxes, and that's about it. It tells you how old you gotta be, must have a driver's license, insurance. It doesn't tell you what type of insurance. You need a smartphone. So that's it, right? And this is a pretty good ad to, you know, and it tells you a lot, right? This tells you a lot more than the average one does, right? So that's why I'm talking about this as far as like, what do you need to ask? Because sometimes you're not going to get these answers until you're sitting down with these companies. So, I mean, first thing you want to know is what type of vehicle is required. And you need to know that because you want to know if you have that type of vehicle that it requires. If you have just a small car and this requires a cargo van, you're wasting your time, right? So you need to know what type of vehicle is required. Second thing, what type of insurance is required? What if they require it's very rare, but what if they do require commercial insurance and you don't have commercial insurance, right? So you want to know that. Maybe you have to go and get commercial insurance if it's lucrative enough for you to, you know, spend that type of money in order to get this contract. Or if they require regular insurance, what is the breakdown, right? How insured does your vehicle has to be, right? What's their minimum requirements? So that's the type of things that you need to know just to examine what you have and what you need to get. How is the pay structured, right? So how are they paying you? Are they paying you per load? Are they paying you per route? Are they paying you, you know, per package delivered? There's a bunch of different ways payment is structured in this business, so you want to know what type of payment structure they have going on here. It kind of gives you an idea. It tells you 100 to 125 per route, right? So you're gonna get paid per route. It doesn't matter whether it is 5 boxes or 25 boxes. They're gonna pay you the same amount. So this is structured per route. So you want to know things like that. That's what I mean by when I ask about the pay structure. And how and when do they pay their contractors? So you want to know when you're going to get paid. Is it every 30 days? Is it every 2 weeks? Is it every week? Is it every day? That's very important to know that because you got to calculate that into your cost on how much it's going to cost you to operate until you actually get funds back. And then next thing you want to know is, do you need a LLC or business license, right? So do they let you operate as an independent contractor, like just using your own name, or do they want you to have a company, right? Do they want you to form an LLC so they can do business with the LLC? Do they want you to have a trade name? So some companies require this. So this is why I say you got to ask these type of things. So it's another great question to ask. Details about the contract, like the amount of loads, the route, how many hours, right? So this one is a great example because it gives you a little idea about this, right? It tells you how many hours it might take to complete, how many packages on average can you expect, how much you can expect to get paid, right? So this is a great, somebody put that together really good. The amount of loads, routes, hours, right? So that's what you want to know. So if it's not in the ad, you want to ask that. That's something you want to get out of the way before you get into that contract. What other fees do they charge you? What other fees do they charge you, if any, right? Sometimes they charge you other fees. They might charge you a fee for, printing the check. They might charge you a fee for shirts they might give you. There's a bunch of different fees you'll see in this business that they try to throw in there, and you want to be aware of that ahead of time. You don't want to find that out when it's time to get paid. So these are pretty important things that you want to make sure that is addressed before you get into a contract with any company, and know ahead of time. So I just wanted to come back to you guys with this video just to make sure you're well prepared as we go through this independent courier segment that I've put together. If you haven't checked out the other videos in the segment, just simply go to the playlist section in my channel. How to become an independent courier is the playlist. I have a ton of videos on there from step 1 all the way to where we are right now. If you're interested in anything else, I have videos on LLC formation and protection, business credit, personal credit, money-making opportunities and side hustles, and then of course Forex trading. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that red subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell, hit that like button for me. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section. I'll address it pretty quickly. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hey.